it be like to be an NFL player with it's still going, fourth-year corner and returner for the New England Patriots, tied with Julian Edelman's record for the longest punt return in team history. Marcus Jones, it is so good to see you.
No, I appreciate you for having me. It's great to see you as well, for sure.
I'm just happy for you. I don't have a question. I don't know how to start this interview because you've always had the talent. It has always been there. You've always had like the great humanity part of your game and being a great guy and a leader and keeping what's important. It's been so amazing. What has it been like for you? As a fan, it's been great, but you have a very unique position, a very special season. What has that felt like to you?
It's been a blessing for sure. I would say, this is my first year being a captain. I've always been a guy that lead by example. So, having that C on my chest, it meant a lot from, the players in the locker room, trusting in me to be a leader of this team this year. And then also, man, just taking advantage of every opportunity that I get. I feel as though it came from OTAs, training camp, Vrabel's getting in the building, bringing in the right people, and then coaching staff and everything. So, it's been great, but there's more to come for sure.
Career highs in interceptions, PBUs, TFLs. You've scored 3 touchdowns this year. Which on-field thing are you most proud of? Like when you make that kind of a play, I'll know you love it the most.
Yeah, I would say, as a defensive guy, I love making defensive plays. I would say that, returning is hard as well whenever it comes down to it in the National Football League. But I love when punters outkick their coverage. I would say that that helps me out a little bit, give me a little more time to read things. But I would say making plays on defense is the most fun for sure.
Do you think TFLs are underrated?
I think so. Yeah, I feel like, especially for DBs, most of the time we're the guys that are saving the play and everything, and being the last line of defense. But as a DB, having TFLs is hard to get.
No, having 6 of them is hard. You have 6. Having 6. You think I'm talking about TFLs in general? A corner having 6 is crazy and not talked about enough.
Yeah, it's hard. It's definitely hard. The people that know, they definitely understand, but the people that don't, yeah, it's difficult.
You said you're a defensive guy, and my head went right to offense. Like you are, but you're not a defensive guy. You can do it all, okay? I would like to talk about maybe why that isn't here anymore. I think I know, but in your words, why aren't they using you on offense anymore, Marcus?
Yeah, I would say, we got playmakers on the other side of the ball. I commend those guys. And, like I said, I'm a defensive guy. So, if they decide to put me on offense, then, that's one of them situations. We'll get to it when we get to it. But, defense and special teams is what I'm here for.
What are you saying? They don't need you anymore?
Hey, they doing their thing, on offense and everything. So I commend 10 and all the guys that's on the offensive side.
Have you and Vrabel or you and Josh even talked about you on the offensive side of the ball? Because what we're talking about now is a great thing. They're doing their thing. You're doing your thing. You were needed to step up in those moments. You can if you're called upon. Have there been any discussion in 2025 about Marcus Jones on offense?
I would say earlier in the year, like OTAs, we talked about it a little bit and everything, but not ever since. So. Nah.
If you could drop one play for you on offense, like your dream play, what would it be?
I don't need anything too difficult. I would say something like a screen or a RPO or something like that.
Yeah. We listen, you could be the first player in NFL history to score touchdowns in all 3 phases of the season twice in your career. Deion is the only other player who's ever done it once. You could be, I'm just saying, I know that this is like very not you and like not what you care about at all. I care about it. I'd like to see it happen, but you're definitely doing your thing. I know that you love music, okay? Marcus Jones, by the way, which is ELLIOT J, right? So everyone understands. Yeah. Tell me about ELLIOT J.
Yeah, so that's my artist name. I actually went back to my normal name and everything. At first, I was like, I wanted to keep those 2 different people. But that's like my artist world, producing, songwriting, all of those things. That's when I ended up using that name. And I've been around music for a little minute. My dad had turntables in the crib ever since I was little and stuff. And when it comes down to it, I just love the situation of music of, starting something from scratch and then making it to a beautiful creation. And then also remixing music. So, people don't understand the importance and the thankfulness they have for music until, they're going through something or they're in a happy moment and it makes them want to dance. So music has been something that I've always loved.
Did you look at your Spotify Wrapped yet?
So no, I haven't, but I've seen it all on everyone's
Yeah.
feed. You talk about the Spotify and then the Apple Music. I'll probably have Drake up there in the weekend. I would say that I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm pretty sure those are the top guys that I basically
You're too
listen
busy,
to.
and I don't look. I don't even know if I would know how to look at mine. But in honor of Elliot J, you're covered by Music Foundation, which is amazing. We decided to make you a Spotify Wrapped-ish. Okay, this is sort of what we found. Okay, we're going to unwrap some of your most memorable stats of the season so far. Music, please. Marcus Jones, a.k.a. Elliot J. Your top speed, as we're seeing here, 20.86 miles per hour, which is the fastest you've run since your rookie year. You've traveled 11,960.4 yards on the field. That's longer than the distance it takes to get from one end of your hometown of Enterprise, Alabama to the other. And your career yards per punt return is 14.6, which is the best mark in NFL history by a pretty wide margin. Okay, let's go to another slide here on our Elliot J's explosive plays here. Here's your top three. You know these well. You lived them. You created them. Which one do you want to talk me through right now? You pick.
I would say number three. Say number three.
Okay, go ahead. Let's do your thing. This is your 33-yard pick six against the Bengals. Why'd you pick it? And let's talk through the play.
Yeah, I would say first off, they had a play action. So I seen basically Joe end up getting his drop back and kind of going through his progressions and everything. And I knew they had a guy going to the flat. And I seen him go through the progression, and I was like, I'm pretty sure this is the last progression. So let me go ahead and, start going that way and kind of baiting him a little bit. So it definitely worked out.
I was going to say, did you just totally bait Flacco here the way he hung back? I saw that.
Yeah, you got to in the National Football League. You got to be smart about it and stuff. So there's a lot of guys with high IQ. So I try to make sure to take advantage of that opportunity.
Why do you think this is all happening for you week in, week out like this?
I feel as though, first off, man, I'm a faith-based person. So, always, every single day getting into that. And then also, man, consistency is a big thing. I was blessed enough to have parents to, let me know about the situation of complacency and not getting complacent. So every single day, man, I'm trying to work, get better, help the people that surround me, and then kind of just go from there.
Are you allowed to take naps?
Am I allowed to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I'm allowed to.
Are you sure?
I get home. Yeah, I am.
What's like if you went up to Vrabel and said, I think I'm going to go home and take a nap, how would that go? Would he say, okay, enjoy that? Or what's the nap thing?
Yeah, so I wouldn't tell him that I would want to take a nap. That's just me. Whenever I go to work, I'm not taking no naps. But whenever I get home, then I'll take a nap.
Got it. What's his problem with naps?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I feel as though everyone's, coaching and anyone in the building, naps, that's something that you could do at home. Make sure you get your sleep whenever you get back to the crib. But whenever you're at work, it's time to work. So I understand that.
So what's Vrabel's thoughts on this bye week? You know what I mean? Because I very much understand his momentum. We've won 10 in a row. Let's keep going. Is there a world where you guys don't love this bye week? It might not be good.
No, I wouldn't say that. Whenever he talked to us about the bye week, he talked about, spending time with family, your loved ones. Take advantage of the opportunity that you get with this break. Make sure, you don't sit down and not do anything. So I feel as though we have some guys that, have been in this situation of knowing the importance of the bye week and making sure that you don't take the whole break off. And then we have some guys that, basically stay in contact with other teammates and stuff and make sure that they're doing good.
What's the key to not losing that momentum in that building? What's been staying connected, it sounds like, because you have to get away. I think it comes at the perfect time. And there's health there. You've got the Bills, I think, on the other side of that. I don't know if you're saying you like this bye week for you.
I would say it's definitely helpful for us, especially with the National Football League, the schedule. Whenever you had a late bye week, most of the time is needed for a lot of people. Being able to get that recovery and being able to reset everyone's mind of all right, spend time with that family and then come back and then we're right back to work. So.
Yeah, you're talking about all these guys on this roster, they've been here before. You've never played in the playoffs.
Yeah. That's
It's
the thing that people talk about.
It's not cemented yet. It's ahead. It's there for you. What do you as I said that, you started flat. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I think, if you always stay prepared and everything, you shouldn't have to worry too much about, all right, this is the playoffs. Like the next important game and everything like that is the next game. That's the main mindset. And if you have that mindset, which I've talked to, other people that's been in the playoffs and even in the Super Bowl, I've had guys that been a part of the dynasty, and they talk about preparation. And whenever you do that, it's not anything crazier of like, oh my gosh, we're in the playoffs. It's like, hey, how you treat the regular season, like you need to do that every single time. So whenever you do get to the playoffs and everything like that, it's like you already got your mind in the right place.
You've been waiting 4 years for the playoffs. You're going to be particularly shot out of a cannon. That's not a question. I don't need you to say anything here. I just want to mark this moment that when you play in that playoff game, it is going to be so fun to watch. You will be the most fun player to track as a fan on the field because you're downplaying it, which is fine. But I can't wait to see. Yeah. That's my freeze frame. That's all I needed. That's perfect. So you're lots being talked about with your coach. Even your OC. What's going on that side of the ball? I was reading something from Christian Gonzalez that my producer Tiara put in front of me, and it was just sort of about how Christian welcomes the Vrabel trash talking during practice and how Vrabel knows how to fire everyone up. It's not every coach that talks trash to their squad to know exactly what button to push. Can you sort of like help paint me that? Like write me that song. Like what is the best example that you can give me, or just the one that comes into your head, of coach getting under your guys' skin to make you better?
Yeah, I would say whenever we're at practice, like he would literally let the scout team, quarterback know and be like, hey, throw at 7, throw at 0, throw at 25, anytime you get, every single time. It's the standard that he has for us. And, we respect it. And whenever we do, give up a pass, he lets us know about it. And we love it. It's the competitive nature. So whenever we do catch a pick or something, we might punt the ball across the field or something just to, show a little trash talk against him too. So that helps out a lot. Yeah, like we have certain situations to where, we're just competitive whenever we're on the field. And I love it. And we all do. So, I respect it for sure.
The whole country knows what your quarterback is doing right now. It's incredible. The performance, primetime Monday, of course, the Bills. I want to know, what is the most MVP thing that he has done off the field? And I don't want to hear poise, and I don't want to hear maturity. What is he the MVP of off the field?
Yeah, I would say, man, the things that he's doing in the community as well. A lot of people overlook certain things like that, but I would say, him as a person, checking in with people, just how he handles himself is the main thing as well. But I would say the community, a lot of people that's in his shoes, sometimes it's hard for them to also do a lot of things in the community because quarterbacks, man, they have to be in the film room 24/7, not really doing too many extracurricular activities other than being a quarterback, being in the film room, kind of going from there. But, things that he does off the field is, remarkable as well.
Does he come into your meetings on defense?
No, he don't need to be in our meetings. Mm-hmm. No, he go over there.
Go over there.
On the office side, do what you need to do.
Listen, I spend time in Foxborough. There's not that much to do up there. Like there's, you guys really have each other. You mentioned he checks in on people. What did you mean by that?
Just asking like how people doing. I would say how everyone's significant other is doing as well. So things like that. That's important. That's showing him as a person. So that's important for sure.
Marcus, you guys are 6-0 on the road this year. Lots being talked about. Of course, you've got like home field in front of you. There's a lot of things that aren't in your control. You guys are taking it game by game. Trust me, I know. Do you feel like the Patriots play better on the road?
I feel that's a great question. I feel like whenever you are away, it's one of those situations to where people overlook, the situation of like, all right, this is the visitors team, and you're going into someone else and you're trying to get a W. So it's more pressure that comes into it in a sense. But whenever we're at home and whenever we're away, we're literally trying to win the game. That's 24/7. We don't really care what atmosphere it's at, what stadium and everything. Of course, whenever we're playing at home, we got the fans on the defensive side, making it harder for the opposing teams, and the momentum goes from there. But we have to bring our own energy whenever we're playing away, and we've been doing a good job at doing that. And making plays.
What's been the difference with the fans as far as like having home field playing? I noticed it watching, you know, we have Gronk on our show every week, so when he was there for that Thursday night game against the Jets, I was like, oh my gosh, it looks like Brady's Foxborough right now. Like, they're winning, the crowd is going, like that, they're behind you. How has that been special for you in your eyes this year, given that you've been there these seasons where you're less than rebuilding like you are now?
I would say, man, anytime there's a play, the fans are loud. And like
That must be
they're
awesome
doing
for
it,
you.
they're bringing their energy. We love it. Defense wise, like they're literally making the opposing team call timeouts. You know, that's critical in certain situations. And then also, I would say even away games, like whenever we played at Tampa, like you can hear the Patriot fans like yelling defense. And it's like we're actually at Tampa, and it sounds like almost a home game. So
Wow.
we respect and love the fans for traveling. So man, I commend them for sure.
Can you tell me a little bit before you go about Covered by Music?
Yeah, Covered by Music Foundation, man. We help the underlooked and overlooked kids in the Boston community, teach them about engineering, songwriting, producing. And the main thing that we want to do is just help with collaboration, teaching them different ways to learn about music, you know, express their emotions with music, and then teach them about teamwork, because whenever you get into the real world, everything is a collaborative process, and we want kids to understand that the creative process can also come with collaboration. So that's our thing, and we want to make sure to implement a lot of things in real world into the music, and then help the kids, you know, build their legacy that they would like to build. There's
mentorship, there's transformative skills for youth, which we love. So when you have this bye week and you get back and it's the Bills and you're out there pregame with headphones on, what do I know that you're listening to?
See, I don't know if you're going to know what I'm listening to.
What's that supposed to mean, Marcus?
I don't know.
Tell me.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Tell me who. Tell me what.
I'll probably say I've been listening to Hovey a lot. So Christian rap, I've been listening to that.
It's called Holy, H-O-L-Y?
No, Hovey, H-U-L-V-E-Y.
H-U-L-V-E-Y, okay.
Yeah, he's a Christian rapper.
Okay,
so I've been
I see it. I got it.
And then
what's the song?
Say,
Altar, No Longer Bound, Walk. Which one am I adding to?
No Longer Bound is a good song.
Okay, I'm adding that one. Got it. What else you got?
I got, I listen to Forrest Frank as well. Forrest Frank got some good music and everything.
Don't know who. Oh, I know who Forrest. I do know Forrest Frank.
Yeah, I would say you do know Forrest Frank. Yeah.
You're like, come on, Kay, pretend. No, I know Forrest Frank. Okay, I'm liking Hulvey. This is Forrest Frank. Yes. What are you getting Imani for Christmas, most importantly?
I would say I'm gonna get her. We're in the process of getting a crib together and everything. So I'm gonna try to find out what's the best way and then go from there.
You guys are getting a house? Hold on. Forrest Frank, what do I know from Lemonade? I know Forrest Frank.
Oh, yeah. Lemonade, yeah.
Marcus, I'm cool, okay? You're the absolute best. What are you doing bye week? What are you doing? Actually, don't tell me, because Vrabel's going to get mad about it. Don't tell me.
Oh, no, spending time with my family. So spending time with my son.
Marcus, that's the right answer. That is the right answer, and no naps. Don't you dare take a nap. We're so happy for you. Covered by Music, guys. Check it out. It's a great foundation. Enjoy spending time with your family, and we'll see you week 15 against the Bills, and then I'll see you in the playoffs. Shot out of a cannon. Appreciate you. God bless. Happy holidays.